Awake at last.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Time to wake up.
Huh? What a nap. Oh, right. I gotta get to work. Oh, am I gonna make it? The boss hates when I'm late. The streets sure are quiet today. Hey, I'm here. Huh? How'd she get in if no one's here yet? Good morning. I'm real sorry. I hope you haven't been waiting long.
Huh?
Oh, right. She needs some water.
Oh, no thanks. A pint. I mean, a cup of coffee, please. Oh, and bring the whole jar of sugar. I'm gonna need it.
Right. That's 1 cup of joe. And I'll get you one of the big jars. Has nobody made the coffee yet? Come on. Get together, guys. I'm sorry, miss. This might take a while.
Hey, no hurry. Time's not an issue.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Sure. acting your age, huh?
Hey, don't talk down to me. Listen, last time I checked, little bro, I've been around a few minutes longer than you.
Okay. I get it already. Very sorry. So, what's up? I'm all ears.
Well, you don't have to get all sarcastic.
You really are all ears.
What?
Forget it. So, Lann, have you seen anybody this morning?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm looking right at you, aren't I? And there's that customer.
What? Oh, hello.
You didn't even see her? Dude.
Yeah, but... look, come with me right now.
Easy! Ow, 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 ow.
There's nobody here.
So it's a quiet morning. Maybe.
I mean no one.
Huh?
Lann, have you bumped into anyone today besides her?
Now that you mention it, I guess not.
And this isn't setting off any alarms?
Well, should it?
You two really don't remember a thing. Huh? What was that? Who are you? If you're from around town, then I don't know you.
Reynn, manners.
You two really don't remember a thing. Would you please just answer my question? You can call me Anna Crow. Anna Crow will work. Okay, well, we woke up to a ghost town this morning. Maybe you know why? Yes, you're quite alone. But you always have been. Huh? This world, it's always been the two of you. A world without time. One that ended when it began.
What? That's the weirdest thing I've heard.
But don't worry. Just because the world ended doesn't mean that it's going anywhere. You know, I have been checking up on you two. Until now, you were nothing but blank stares. So imagine my surprise when Lann took my order. What a morning. Okay. Now you're kind of scaring me. So, now that you're awake, we've got a story to tell. Which brings us to... Tama, right here!
Who the hog put this thing on my head?
Yeah, I did try to mention it before. You take it from here. I'll go on ahead and link up a path. You the got it! Huh? Hey, you can't just leave. Salutations! The name is Tama, and I'm here to help out. Does anyone have any questions?
Wait, I've got tons of questions. Why were you sitting on my head? And how the hog can a fox even talk?
That's seriously the first thing on your mind? Now I see why Anna Crow is just about ready to throw in the towel.
We're not allowed to be confused.
Hey, whoa, take it easy there, Lann.
I thought you were upset
Let's
too.
start the over. I'll make us some the coffee. Oh, yes, please.
But I already made some coffee before you got here. How can you just roll with this, Reynn?
Chill the out. You live the much longer. Yeah, Lann. You shouldn't start out your morning with so much stress. Oh, would you like some sugar? 3 cubes for you, right, Lann?
Huh?
I'm good with just one.
No.
Okay, I'll go and put the coffee on.
But I just said I... You know what? Just give me my dang cup of coffee. Mirage Keepers? Me and Reynn?
That's correct. Those the marks on your arms are proof. You were born to work the miracles. Miracles? Our arms can do that?
Dude.
How could you forget? You used to command a whole legion of them. You were masters of them, powerful living illusions known as mirages. In the fact, even the Pleiad answered to you, and those are the 7 strongest mirages of all. With their power, you could have ruled over all the world!
Oh. So, we could have ruled the world? Because, what, we controlled these mirages?
Well, that's what I've heard.
From who?
What do you mean? Crowther told me, of course. But enough the reminiscing. I've got to teach you two to use Mirages again.
What? How's that?
First off, I'm going to present you with my very own Prismarium.
So what does it do?
With this Prismarium, the Mirage inside becomes yours. And you can make it do the anything and the everything you command. So let's try it right now in glorious combat.
Wait, what? Huh?
You need to spend something called action points, also known as AP. You automatically gain a little bit of AP each the time your turn comes around in battle. The amount of AP you need depends on what you're trying to do, so make sure you use them once.
Hello there, fellow chainlings to the Chaining Army. I'm the Game of Chains and Ghoststorm, and welcome to World of Final Fantasy. Now, in case you're wondering, yes, I didn't actually have the webcam on or speak at the first part of it because most of that was basically just cutscene. But as you can already tell, believe it or not, this is actually my first ever Final Fantasy game. That's right. And keep in mind, I actually had to go through a little bit of a fix for this because I couldn't actually play this right through Steam itself. The way you actually have to actually do this is through a, I can say, non-official fix by importing a text document with a number. You can look it up yourself, but and you have to, of course, make a shortcut or play right through the actual photo itself. Anyway, here is where we have the active time battle. Get ready, it's battle time. Characters take turns based off agility. The faster the character, the sooner they get to act. See that long thin bar? Each face represents a different character. When a character reaches the top of the bar, they can select the action to perform. The device selects the switch between characters who are ready to act. The actions you take in battles are called abilities. Abilities are, of course, mapped to the buttons. Now, I am using a PS4 controller for this, but it will show the Xbox controls for obvious reasons. Targets are chosen for you automatically, so you can speed through combat simply and easily with these shortcuts. Abilities are assigned the keys automatically in the order you learn them, but you can also customize your shortcut via the game menu. Find the setup that works best for you. So this is basically what basic is. Of course, as you already can tell, I'd rather go for the classic. Also, of course, Timer here already has a few, and Libra here is actually very useful. The only thing is, I'm actually not going to use that. I actually have a cheat engine table that someone has made to make capturing very easy. I'll explain a little bit about that when it comes around. But use Libra. And it basically shows the Mirage information. You're going to be needing this quite a bit, because one of the things of this game is using Libra to, well, get to know pretty much what the elemental resistances are, element resistances, HP size, and how to basically imprison it, or in a sense, capture it. At the same time, you can also, of course, see the stats of your Mirage and even the stats of your own character. Nah, it has that real blitz. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
And of course, certain commands like magic and other abilities cost AP action points to use. Characters recover AP when the turn comes around, or by successfully exploiting enemy weaknesses. The more powerful the command, the more AP it requires. Mobs will also have weaknesses you can exploit for bonus damage and AP. Discovering them will give you a huge advantage, so don't be afraid to try things out. Rather than just speed things up here. And there are, of course, battle modes. I myself actually like Wait. Basic active mode, time keeps flowing, whether or not you input a command, battle move quickly and without interruption. Wait mode times up until you input a command for the character whose turn is up. It gives you a chance to carefully consider each action. Change the battle mode setting by the config menu. If you find active mode too challenging, try sticking with wait mode until you have gone more accustomed to the battle. There's going to be a reason as to why I use a one-hit command near the end of the game for a specific golden mask wielding warrior. Those who have played this game will know exactly who I'm talking about. And of course you also have the classic, or of course the obvious. Let's go ahead and oh, also from, I believe it might have been a Mystic Quest, and I played a little bit of Mystic Quest. I actually don't know how far I got. I think I might have gotten halfway, I don't know. But, as you may already can tell, he's weak.
Well, that ought to do it.
And, as you can tell, we get experience. Experience plays a big part in this. Now, you also see me do, turn the webcam off, but that's only just for when it actually do anything related to cutscenes. Oh, and of course you also get items and gear. There is also some extra options in the PC version, and only the PC version, but I'll explain those when we come to it.
To figure it out yet? The two of you were unsurpassed. No, the Mirage could stand up to you.
Dude, seriously?
Dude, seriously.
It's hard to believe.
I'm sure it is. As far as I can tell, you two have lost everything. All the memories and experience you've ever accumulated. Oh, but wait. Of course that would have happened when you and this world were spliced out. Huh? So not only did they lose the Mirages they had, they've been stripped of all their memories of the Mirages too? But I guess that explains why all their other memories seem to be largely unaffected.
What?
Listen, let me show you something. There, just beyond this light, lies another world called Grymoire. That is where you'll find all the Mirages you've lost.
You mean they're all inside this gate?
You got it. Are you ready to conquer them again?
So, if we do manage to find all the lost Mirages, does that mean we'll be able to remember the things we forgot?
Well, I don't know about that. After all, you lost your memories. It's not the same thing as forgetting them.
Oh.
But even if you don't remember Grymoire, Grymoire still knows a lot about you. You're certain to find traces and records of your past.
Okay, so like...
You're saying whether we remember anything about ourselves or not, we can still find clues about our past and the things we've done?
Correct. And if you keep on gathering Mirages, I think you might even meet your family in due time.
Our family?
Huh? Well, I guess it does make sense that we'd have parents.
Oh yes. So then, you going? You going? Will you journey to Grymoire? Chapter 1. Land of the Lilican.
So, this must be Grymoire. What?
Lann, you look like such a little dweeb.
Oh, I know, we look ridiculous.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure that's how everybody in this world must look. Anna Crow just wanted to make sure you had a nice and a handy way of blending in.
Wow, she can do stuff like that?
That is awesomely weird.
Well, this kind of works out. We won't have anybody gawking at our arms.
Way to find the silver lining. I guess we should head straight down this path?
It's the only direction we can go. Think you can manage to not get lost? You know, just this once?
What? I'm not gonna get lost. Yet? Oh, hello. I spy another Mirage.
That is the call to Choco Chick. What are you waiting for? Go on and imprison the it.
Okay.
Sort of like a prismarium.
What is that's the call to prism? Use it to make the Choco Chick's prismarium. Every time you find a new the Mirage you haven't seen before, it'll be recorded in Anna Crow's special Mirage manual.
Whoa! Does it even have pictures?
You the betcha. And then whenever you add a new Mirage to the manual, you receive one of its prisms. But only the first time, mind you. Okay, first, try the weakening the Choco Chick, then you use your prism.
This is actually how you get new Mirages. Now, one thing I'm going to actually show you right away. Where is it here? Of this. I'm going to be using one specific code on this. Unlock skills for free. Now, I'll explain a little bit about that when it comes up. But, as you can already tell, in order to imprison a Mirage, you need an empty prison compatible with that Mirage. But there's some good news. Other card will provide you with your first compatible prison whenever you encounter a new Mirage. As well, once a prism holds a Mirage is known as a prismarium. A prismarium is used the Mirage in battle. One thing that is really going to be actually useful is actually the Libra ability. Which, of course, you got your obvious things here, which this took me a little bit of an idea to figure out. It's basically got your obvious ones there, and of course, just save it. As you can tell, this basically shows you what you need to do. I will, however, be using Easy Capture from a cheat engine table that someone has actually made. Because the 7 purities are actually going to be useful near the end game. I won't spoil what it is, but if you've played this game before, you know exactly the reason as to why you need the 7 purities. Which is the reason why the Colosseum is very, very important, the 3 of them.
Use the Imprism command to claim that Mirage for your own. Go on! The Select the Imprism command!
You might have to try different things before certain mirages will let down their guard and to give you a chance to imprison them. Think the outside of the box.
Exactly. Now keep in mind, this is a free one, but some of them will requiring some other things. Good. There we go.
Choco Chick is inside the Prismarium. It's yours to the...
Yeah!
Oh yeah!
And there you go. You may also see the transfigurations. What that essentially means is that as you play through this and level each one of them up, each one of them will actually get a specific... trying to think here. A specific ability, or in a sense, a specific size. But this, of course, is a small size. This is, of course, the Choco Chick. A little chocobo that loves to waddle around. These feathery fiends love to headbutt things. This is fine because the chocobo's eggshell never cracks twice.
Cool! I can see the Choco Chick running around in the Prismarium.
Pretty the neat, huh? Next, why don't you have a go at stacking that Choco Chick on your head? Here, watch, I'll just show you.
Oh, now I get it. So when I saw you perched on Lann's head back in Ninewood Hills, that's what you call stacking.
Yep, that's the right. While I'm up to here, I get to take it nice and easy.
Is that stacking or slacking?
When you create a stack, the HP of everyone in the stack gets added together. Like they say, strengthen the numbers.
Oh, so it's like combining into a super robot.
Better yet, your magic and other abilities have the potential to change too. It all depends on how your stack is configured.
Huh? Oh, I don't need any action figures when I get to blast out super attacks like a super robot.
Well, just be careful. Stacking doesn't make you invincible. Some of the enemy attacks have the power to unstack you.
In other words, bye-bye super robot, so to speak.
Yowzers. It does sound like bad news.
It's true that we are individually the weaker when we're unstacked, but look on the brighter side. Since we each get our own turn in battle, we can use the extra moves to have one member attack and another the heal. It can be very helpful. Depending on the situation, you might even decide to unstack yourselves by choice. Think carefully and choose the best setup for the job.
This is actually something that's actually kind of unique, but only in this game. Stacking. This might not actually explain it as best as I can. But basically, think along the lines of an idea of basically 3 different party members, each having very specific stats and abilities, as well as also weapons. If you combine them together, then in a sense, they can actually have much better abilities. Also, in the course of loading menu, as it will say, that sometimes you can actually stack multiple of the same element together. For instance, if you have 3 fires, you can use Fire Raga, which basically is probably the strongest fire attack you can ever use in the game. And of course, more outside you got small, medium, and large. In this case, what you would have, if it was, that's how it actually goes.
By the way, you two can switch between giant size and Lilican size. Depending on your size, you can make different stacks. You aren't allowed to put big things on top of the small things when creating a stack. So, to get on top of a Mirage, you need to be in Lilican form. The best way to learn is to try it once you've rounded up a few more Mirages. You'll pick it up in no time.
Oh, and of course, got things here. Also, you may notice that I got a bunch of Coliseum tickets and a secret memory. This is actually based around the maximum upgrade. If you were playing the PS4 version, you have to get the Coliseum's tickets yourself. But because this is the PC version, I do have them regardless. The Coliseum is something that does come up at some point. Go ahead and do the stack setup here, and I guess I'll put the chick there. And just get these out of the way.
Huh? A dead end?
But there's nowhere else to go. What are we gonna do?
Never the fear! Look closely. This may appear to be a wall, but it's actually a gimme golem.
Is this a mirage too?
Not in the traditional sense of the word, but you'll see these pests all over Grymoire. And unless you give them what they want, they'll give you a hard time and block the way.
So what is it they want?
It really depends on the gimme golem. So the first thing you'll have to do is examine it.
This is something that's in the game. Now, you don't actually have to really worry too much about these, since the item that they need is actually real close by. Oh, and so you don't really have to worry too much. This one,
Gimme!
a luster leaf.
So where do we find that?
That choco chick you just imprisoned ought to be able to track down what we need. But first things first, you're going to have to unlock the right ability on the choco chicks
This is actually where the game kind of does an RPG mechanic. That is actually the only other time I've ever actually seen something like this that's been used was in Final Fantasy Zodiac and Final Fantasy X with the spears. Or skill spears, that they probably would say it. But that is the only time I've ever seen it ever been used in Final Fantasy. I know Final Fantasy VII Remake did this, but that was actually based around the weapon. You get that, so there's three things right there. But each Mirage has its own Mirage board. As well, I myself, when I was playing this a little bit, just to make certain it will work, you can actually master each board. As well, it will actually give you a very specific ability that you can choose for said Mirage. Now, of course, each one is different depending on who it is. Of course, this is support. And, as I said, there was a reason as to why I have unlocked skills on. And as you can tell, these configurations will not unlock unless after you've actually earned a specific thing. Either get a specific level or something along those lines. Now, Tama here, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, it's actually one of those ones that you don't get till much later in the game. As you can tell, it says obtained ... The thing is, you don't actually know what that is. Not yet. This is actually a New Game Plus item. I won't spoil what it is, but those who have actually played it will know exactly what this is. And you get a slight hint, or a glimpse as to what that is in the opening credits. But, as I said, I won't spoil it. You will get a lot more Mirages aside from this, including even a few. As far as I know, I've only ever managed to find one Pacific when I was actually doing one of the dungeons. They're all actually post-game dungeons, and yes, I will actually go out of my way, probably off camera, to actually get every single Mirage, make sure they're all leveled up, and get everything I can. Also, I will also make mention is that some Mirages do not show up unless you do a specific thing after said chapter or said dungeon. One specific one that I know of with people who know is the Goblin Princess, which I'll talk about when it comes time. Just need to do something. I'll be right back. There we go. I'm gonna check my battery life here. Good. May also see that sync level. That sync level actually is more online, basically something that you can do for mastering said board. However, keep in mind is that not all of it will go 100%.
Hey,
And there you go. Treasure trove.
I found something.
Yay! You found it! Now, try examining the gimme golem one more at a time.
Okay.
Gimme, gimme!
Whoa! It vanished.
that's so cool. I guess the Choco Chick found us just the item we needed.
Yep, yep! With the help of a Mirage or the two, there's nothing that you can't accomplish. And Mirage boards are for much the more than unlocking abilities. You can also use them to change your Mirages into new and the powerful forms. So be sure to keep on the leveling up and working on your Mirage boards. Pretty soon, you'll be bouncing and the trouncing across Grymoire like a pair of the pros.
What he essentially means there is that as you progress through the game, they will get better forms. Much like Pokemon, if you want a better example, is that as you pretty well level up your different Pokemon, they evolve into much stronger forms. Such as, well, best example I can give is something like when you have a nice little Skull Bunny. That bunny evolving into pretty much the third final form of a Cinderace.
So, Tama, I noticed Mirages disappear when we defeat them. Why is that?
Most of the Mirages you see in Grymoire don't actually technically belong in this world. And so, when one of you guys gives them the old KO, they can't maintain their presence here anymore. They fizzle that out and go back to their own worlds.
Huh. Wait. Now, that's weird. Who was it that told me all this before? It's like... right... Wait. Now, that's weird. was it that told me all this before? Ugh, it's like right there on the tip of my tongue.
Now what's this?
This is the called a Mercrift. Inside, you're the likely to find mirages that are, shall we say...
Mirages? Oh man, let's go catch them. This one's not...
This is actually more on like optional, but it is required to get 100% of the Mirages, and it's also one of the ones that, trust me, is actually really, really powerful. And keep in mind, this is early game. Another example I could give of this would have been the level 80 Territorial Rockbook from Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Lann! Why did you... Now what do we do? I tried to tell you. Inside Mercrifts, you're likely to find mirages that are the strong and dangerous.
You tried to tell us. Try a little harder, please.
Oh, and don't worry about dying here. You can imprison it. As you can tell. But you do not need to worry.
Ow.
Oh no. Did you two die already?
What? I died? But that's... no way.
Maybe it's true. That mirage in the Mercrift did kinda...
Well, I'm still alive.
Yes. That's because someone intervened. Right at the moment of your demise. And made it so the battle never happened.
Wow, you can really do that?
Of course. Although Tama's the one who does it.
That's the right. I have the power to rewind time a little, and then to whisk you to safety. Although, it costs me a life to do it, so I hope you don't mind if I rest for a little the while afterwards.
A life?
You might not believe it, but I've actually got multiple lives. Back there, I had to sacrifice one of those lives to turn back time and to save you. You see, this girl with the ribbon that showed up in my dreams, she's the one who taught me how to do it.
That makes zero sense and kind of freaks me out, but Tama, I'm impressed.
Thanks! Oh, but just so you know, I can only use my powers to protect the two of you specifically, and only if you lose a fight, like what happened to you in the Mercrift. Oh, yeah! And I can always recover my lives if you stay here and let me rest a spell. So, don't forget to give me a breather before I run out of second the chances.
Dude, you got it. Say no more. Rest yourself silly.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Tama. We really owe you one. Especially Lann, who didn't have the good sense to listen before diving in.
This is actually something... There we go. This is something that can only happen as you play through the game. When the entire party is defeated, Tama will whisk everyone back to safety of Nine World Field. There is no penalty, but you will have to fight your way back to where you were. Be careful though, if you're on the threshold of a powerful mirage, Tama won't be able to save you, it's game over. I have never seen a game over in this. And I'm not kidding when I said, I have never seen a game over. In fact, I don't even know what a game over looks like in this. Here's the thing. I have played this myself. 12 hours. That's right. From start to finish, 12 hours. The only other game that I played 12 hours from start to finish and have 100%ed, well, the game I have 100%ed was Tomb Raider, the 2013 game. I think it was 2013 or something along that lines.
Hey, who's that?
Oh, if you mean our new guest, she claims to have gotten herself lost. Go say hello. She's quite the character.
Okay.
The real question is how she got here from the outside world when it's no easy trick. She must have experience crossing between planes.
Also, you may notice this. This is only available in the PC version of the game, where you can disable encounters if you want, free AP, free champions, and of course you got your max gear and battle items. I am not going to do the max gear and max battle items because that is a one choice item and it will immediately give you everything and you cannot reverse it. The free AP and free champions are for specific things, and I will at least show off each champion as I can. As far as I know, I don't think I can get Sora. I think Sora is a PlayStation exclusive only. And keep in mind, this came out before the PC versions of the Kingdom Hearts games. So keep that in mind. This came out before then. 2017 is when this came out, so. The free AP is obvious, which is basically all abilities and Mirage and Mega Mirage summons are 0, so you can use those. 0 encounter is obvious, so you get that. Thought I at least show that off. Also, of course, you do have your things there. Posting is obvious, so it's down. Get your and let's go ahead and meet our new
So, she's over at North Promenade. Oh, wow. She's so tiny. Is she, what's the word again? Lilican?
Chocobocolina! Oh. Hello, and how are you?
Good. More or less.
You know, what a nice, quiet place.
Oh,
So who are the you?
Oh, you can call me Choco Latte. I seem to have washed up here like a soggy yellow feather in a storm.
Huh?
I do have this funny knack for winding up in strange places.
Cool.
All right! Care to shop? I've got the goods. Chocoboco ching!
this is just shop. As you progress in the game and get various gear, various amounts of gold in the game without a card, Chocobo Latte has a habit of picking up all sorts of strange items. These items can be yours if you're ready to fork up enough of Grymoire's currency, which is known as a guild. Choco Latte mod selection is always improving, so when you visit Nine Woods Hill, don't miss the opportunity to stop by and see what's in stock. And as you can tell, you do have a bunch of various things. Keep in mind, all of these are of course as you can. Some of these, however, are actually useful for capturing system mirages. So do keep that in mind.
Whoa, slow down. What kind of operation is this?
It's called a shop, dear. You're in luck. I find all kinds of stuff as I bounce from point A to point Q. I'm your Choco connection.
Okay.
so hey, are you ready to head back to Grymoire?
Okay, I don't know why it cuts off there, but... Oh, and also,
Shoulder yourself, Seraphie! I didn't know it was you!
You had it coming. You know, when you awakened, you should have woke me up too. I don't remember raising you to be such a selfish self-poo.
Well, I don't remember you raising me at all!
Who's this?
Oh, hi. I'm just your adorable local wind pixie, aka Seraphie. My hobbies include gossip mongering and, let's see. Oh, I'm good at hoarding things. Yep.
Hoarding?
Hoarding. Why do you think I'm here? You must have tons of prismariums. More than you can handle, right?
Well, we're still working on it.
Uh-huh. You'll have scads of them before long. You're gonna need a place to unload.
Yeah, they are kind of bulky.
Well, who's got you covered? This pixie right here. Anachrome made me a special prism case that lets me keep all your prismariums safe. Just plonk the ones you don't need in and yoink the ones you do need out. All plonking and yoinking must be performed within the confines of 9 Wood Hills or from an alternate location with a suitably strong connection. Additional terms, conditions, and restrictions may apply.
Okay.
I'm not sure I caught every single word, but I guess I agree.
Oh yeah, this prismarium belongs to one of my tribe. Treat it with the same boundless love and affection you feel for me.
Okay.
Seraphi's kind of a special the case.
This is basic. Now you may have noticed within, of course, the menu there, or I'll say sub-menu, that we can only have a certain amount of, well, mirages in our in our own, possession. As you may already can tell, the transfigurations of, well, I'll say evolutions of each mirage does not actually count towards you having another mirage. All it does, it pretty much just makes it so that it's another mirage, but it's essentially it's the exact same mirage in the game, but it does not count towards you having another mirage in your party. Best way to explain it is the Choco Chick that I have. Once I get the second evolution of it, I can switch it to be that second evolution, but it does not make another. I'm trying to think of what to say here. The Choco Chick actually has taken up a slot in terms of what we can carry. Once we get the second evolution of the Choco Chick being the Chocobo, it does not take up another slot. We can make it so that it is the Chocobo, or we can switch it back to the Choco Chick, but it does not take up another slot. Also, we have a cell phone. The thing is, however, this is a one-use item only. And of course, we also got Sylph. One thing with Sylph, and this is actually very useful, is Subdue. Much like False Swipe from the Pokemon series, Subdue is a non-lethal physical damage. In which case, you can basically whittle it down to like 1 HP, and be able to essentially utilize it to capture that Mirage or Pokemon. Because the gimmick with Pokemon is basically get it to red health, and you have much more of a chance of actually being able to capture said Pokemon. Keep in mind is that some of the Pokemon are actually really hard to get, and I still remember playing Pokemon Y, finding Mewtwo, and capturing it in an Ultra Ball in 2 turns. That's right, 2 turns! Anyway. I'll go ahead and there we go. Now, where is the... There it is. there. This is actually the T-Dents in here, and as you may already can tell, I am turning on an experience multiplier for 2 times the experience. Because trust me, farming experience in this game is a pain in the ass. I also have, of course, Easy Capture. I will not be using that if I don't need to. Also, I'm going to set a hotkey for this. What's the key I don't use? I don't want to use the home or end keys. That's pretty well just for the things here. Let's use that. Numeric. Good. And oh, by the way, you do have to actually capture the Mirage at least once in the said area for it to actually count in the Mirage manual.
Anyway, I think you should be able to manage on your own from here.
You mean you're the leaving us?
Yes, you handle things now.
Oh, okay. Either will.
It's cool. I'll lock this place down tighter than a Marlboro's bottle of mouthwash. That's a Seraphy guarantee.
Calm it down.
But where are you going now?
Oh, well, somewhere
What do
else,
you
of course.
Yeah, that's not exactly very helpful.
Some
Look, we really need to ask you so many things.
No, you'll figure it out. I can't do everything for you now.
Everything? But you've barely done anything.
Besides, every world has its own rules. Like water dousing fire, and light banishing darkness.
I think that's just called science.
Well, I designed mine to be so completely unbreakable that even I can't undo them.
Undo what?
The rules.
You're bad at explaining.
You're saying you can't help because that violates the rules of the world or something?
Exactly.
But why is that? I mean, come on. Just who do you think you are?
Me? Oh, well... I'm God.
hasta la vista.
She's gone.
Dude.
I guess we can't necessarily rule it out, but for somebody calling the cosmic shots, she seems kind of sub-benevolent.
Well, that's Anna Crow for you, so get used to it.
So, she really is God?
Beats me. Anna Crow is Anna Crow, wouldn't you say?
Pretty the mud.
Thanks for clearing it up.